Hi everyone, my name is Laurel of Mountain Laurel Stitches, and this is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. I think I've recorded this intro like 10 times, so we're just gonna roll with whatever I say next, mistakes and all. It is officially summer break for me, so I have gotten quite a bit of stitching done over the last couple of weeks. I have some new starts that I'm gonna show. I have a little bit of haul. I have one finish. And I'm going to do a giveaway during this video. It's my first ever one, so stay tuned for information about that. And at the end of my videos, I like to give a children's book talk. So if you are interested in hearing a little bit about a children's book, that's usually at the very end. If you're not, feel free to leave whenever the cross stitch is over. Let's get into it. So the first thing that I have to show are my whips. Whips means works in progress, in case you didn't know. And I was inspired this month by Stitches by Shelby. In one of her more recent videos, she talked about having a new start every day of her birthday week. I know a lot of stitchers like to do a birthday start on their actual birthday. And I've done that. I did that with the Shenandoah piece that I showed in my last video. But she did it as every single day of her birthday week, she started something new. And I thought that was such a cool idea. I also thought there was no way that I personally would be able to do that because I have trouble stitching every single day. I can usually do 2 to 3 times a week during my work time. But I wasn't sure if I could commit to a full week of stitching. It sounds great. I just also know that I'm not always the most consistent person. So I decided to take her idea and turn it into a new start during the month of my birthday, which is in June. So I did one new start every week in June. So I would start something new, work on it for a week, and then next week change something new. And that was supposed to be 4 new starts. I got to 3. Technically, if I start something new today, which I'm planning on, then I'll get to 4 because I still count like if my birthday was a couple of days ago, this is still my birthday week. So I can like kind of meet my goal, which is just for me. So it's not like, for anyone else, but I'm gonna try to start something new today, and then I can meet that goal of 4 birthday starts in my birthday month. So those were, let me bring them out. These were the ones I showed in my last video that I bought. This is Fox and Rabbit Designs Cat Magic, and that's the Siamese cat. This is for the Meow the Merrier. I think that was part of the Needlework Expo, maybe in the spring, maybe the fall. I'm not sure which one. So this was my start. You can see there's a little Siamese cat. This is on the 40 count Tibucina. I think I'm saying that right. That I bought by mistake. And this is only 1 strand. I think it's 1 strand over 2 is what I decided to do in the end. And I changed out the cat's eyes. I think it was charted to have green eyes. I've never seen a green-eyed Siamese cat. And I had a Siamese cat growing up, so I decided to change it to a light blue color. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I'll see what else it looks like. I might change it to a little bit of a darker blue. But that is my progress. That was my first start on 40 count, which I had to have like all the lights on so I could see it really, really close. And then when I switched to other projects, I was like, wow, these other counts are so much easier to see. It's like a magnified squares. But I'm really excited about that one. I think it'll be a pretty quick stitch now that I've gotten kind of the hang of what 40 count is like. The other start was Autumnal Sampler by Little Robin Designs. This one was with the Fitzgerald quote, "Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. And here's my progress. Oh, let's get behind it. So I did the house. I don't have all the thread colors for the house. I am using all the called for fancy flosses, the Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Color Works in here. And this is on the called for fabric, which is 32 count Zweigart Vintage Stormy Night, stitched 2/2. So this is identical to what is stitched on the cover. This is a really fun one to do. I had trouble like putting this down, and I think this is why I delayed my last start, because this one was so much fun. The one thing about the chart though, and maybe it's just a me problem, is that it's on more than one page, but the way it's printed, it's hard to tell where like the overage is that a word? For the chart is. You know how like sometimes you have a chart that's multiple pages and a little bit of it is grayed out to let you know that you already stitched that and where to begin? This time the grayed out paper, the ink, it just didn't look very clear to me. So I started on the house, and the house was like super tall because I hadn't realized that I had already stitched some of it. So just keep that in mind. I had to actually look at the cover more because I just miscounted a ton. But I also started at the house. So the other one that I started is around here. Here it is. This was Bent Creek Cat-o'-lantern. You can see it's a little cat, and it says Cat-o'-lantern underneath it. Here, I started and finished this. Put something behind it. This one was really cute. This has been in my stash for a while, and I just thought, you know what, just start it. I'm like a start procrastinator. I know a lot of people, a lot of stitchers love to start things, and like they can't wait for a new chart to come out. They kit it up, they get all their materials, and they start it, and then they move on to something else. I don't like to start things. I find it intimidating sometimes, and also like I'm just like, well, I'll just work on something I already have, because starting something new is, I don't know, sometimes it just feels like, where do you start? It doesn't look very good in the beginning because you've only do like a little bit on it. So yeah, I'm a start procrastinator. So this was a good exercise for me. So here is my finished cat-o'-lantern. I changed the pumpkin color out. I think it's supposed to be maybe brandy. Gentle Arts brandy, maybe? I'll have to look. This is Fallen Leaves instead. Fallen Leaves, which is, it's Classic Color Works. This was in the Autumnal sampler that I just showed, and when I saw it, because I ordered all the threads together, I thought, oh, that's really pretty. I love the way that looks, and the orange on this pumpkin just doesn't look very vibrant, so I wanted a really bright orange cat pumpkin. And I didn't end up writing cat-o'-lantern underneath. I made an attempt, like they have on here, and it looked very helter-skelter murdery. So I decided not to do that. I think it looks good the way it is. I probably could have done a better job if I really paid attention to how they charted it, but in the end I just decided this is cute. And my last start, I haven't started yet. I'm going to start this today. This is Berry Patch by Liz Matthews. I think we've all seen this. Many of us have started it. Every time I see it, I think, oh, it looks so good. I love all the different colors. I ended up picking a different fabric. This is stitched on Milk and Honey. I think I picked Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. It's pretty light though, so I'm a little bit afraid that these flowers won't come out. I'll have to see. I'm not sure. So that's gonna be my start today. And then before I even started the 4 weeks of new starts, I did a little bit more work on Harvest Trio. This is that Jim Shore Mill Hill kit collaboration. And I finished the bottom bird. There he is. And I'm starting on the pumpkin. You can see just a little bit of the pumpkin is starting to come through. I did take your advice. Many of you left me comments about just beat it and it'll be fine. So I did end up beating the bird and his legs because counting will be a challenge for me. The only thing about this project is that it's kind of not fun to stitch with this weird thing. It's just kind of awkward because I have to go like this, and I don't know if there's a better way to do it. This is on the banding, that 27 count Mill Hill banding that they recommend, or that they did it on. So I don't know if I should just get a hoop, but I feel like it won't stretch far enough because I got this all doctored up. So if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments, and because right now I don't really want to pick it up because it's just kind of difficult to do. Well, I just showed my finish. That was my only finish this month. That was the Cat-O-Lantern by Bent Creek. That was stitched on 32 count platinum by Zweigart, I want to say. And I did buy a couple things this month. I purchased a Halloween chart, of course. This one is by Birds of a Feather. It is called Halloween Fun, and here it is. I've been looking at this chart for like 2 years and thinking about it, and it's just so quirky and strange and silly. I really like it. Every time I would see it, I'd think, oh, that looks kind of fun to do. This one, it has an interesting quote. It says, "On Halloween, the thing you must do is pretend that nothing can frighten you. And if something scares you and you just want to run, just let on like it's Halloween fun." I think this is done in Weeks Dye Works. It says, I don't know if I'm going to keep the cat orange. I'm not sure if I'm even going to do it on this really, really dark fabric. I could. I know why they did it, because it makes the words pop more. I like a black cat for Halloween with orange pumpkins. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do it this way because it's a little bit easier and I have starting issues. So, but this is just such a quirky find, and I love the little cat's face. It makes me laugh every time I see it. That was the only chart that I bought this month, but I did get my threads of the month from Southern Stitches Co. because I didn't stop doing it, so I'll show you that. Everything just fell. This is the June floss pack that came with Classic Colorworks. I'm not sure how they pick their colors. So this doesn't really seem to give me June vibes, but I'm not sure how they decide what. I also joined a Fabric of the Month club from Bestitchme, and I chose the mixed club where you get neutral colors and also like bright, vibrant colors, and I decided to do 28 count Jobelin. So this was for the month of May. This one is pink chocolate. It kind of has, it looks more lavender here. When I first got it, it kind of looked like a brown pink. This is a big piece of fabric. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I just wanted to start accumulating some fabric because I watch Mama Bear Stitchery's videos a lot, and she has all these great fabric choices, And I just have like fabric envy when I watch her stuff, and she just says like, oh, here's one I did, and it's opalescence and just all these really great color choices. So I was inspired by her, so I wanted to make my fabric stash grow. This was for May, pink chocolate. And then in June, this one was the color version, and this is my Sunshine, which is a really bright yellow with a little bit of like gold in there. Again, 28 count. This is from Bestitchme Fabric of the Month Club. You can just go to her website and sign up. It's very easy to do. And I think I tried to do it a couple of years ago, and she was like kind of full on her orders, but now it seems like you can pick a spot and get it delivered. So that's like, it's fun to get nice things in the mail. She does such a great job. The other things that I bought a lot of magazines. We have like a Barnes & Noble pretty close to us, so I got different cross-stitch magazines. I have Cross Stitcher magazine. I think this is the British one. Yes, because there's the Queen. I saw this one. I really liked the... Let's see if I can find it. I like two different patterns in here. I liked this pattern, which is like, it says hearts and flowers, and you can put like your wedding date and your name. It's a little bit lighter here. I think I would have picked a little bit of a darker fabric, but it's like two doves and hearts. And then there was another one. I should have bookmarked this before I started filming, so watch, I won't be able to find it as soon as I start looking. Another one that was about cats, of course. And here it is. It's called Feline Fine. And it's Know Your Cat. And it's all these different cat poses. He's friendly, relaxed, content, angry. He's got that bushy tail. Although I would say that's more like scared, because my cat sometimes get bushy tails when they're frightened. Predator and nervous. I don't know, is that a nervous cat? I like the look of it. I might stitch that. The other magazine that I purchased was just Cross Stitch. This is the American one. You probably get this at your local craft store. This is the one who does the Halloween and the Christmas. I don't know if that's right. Don't listen to me on that one. They have some really nice charts this time. Summer celebration. I thought that was very intricate. And then the last chart that I bought came with, it was The World of Cross Stitching, and this is a British one again. This one sometimes comes with free stuff. It came this time with a thread organizer. It's just like a little wood thread organizer, which is useful because you can never have too many of these. This is another one. I think this is it the summer issue? I don't know where I can find that. Maybe, but it has a lot to do with the Queen in here. So if you want to stitch the Queen. And there was one chart that I wanted to show that was really pretty. It's this one, Sunshine and Blossoms by Debbie Harding of Doodlecraft Designs. I thought that was a very pretty scene. All the different flowers. Looks like cherry blossoms, wrens. So I think that's the end of my purchases. The last thing I want to do is a giveaway, and I'm going to get my stuff together and come right back. So for my giveaway, I'm going to give away 2 things this time. One of them is the British cross-stitch magazine that comes with the thread keep right here that I just showed. If you are interested in stitching from this magazine and want your own copy, write in the comments, British cross-stitching magazine. Please be at least 18. Don't say giveaway. It'd be great if you're a subscriber. And then for this one, let's just do the United States for these giveaways because I don't want to disappoint anybody with shipping delays or anything like that this time. So we'll just do for United States. I'm sorry for those of you who live outside of the US. And the other giveaway is Bent Creek Cat-O-Lantern. If you would like to stitch the Cat-O-Lantern, just write Cat-O-Lantern in comments, some variation of this. And the same rules apply. I will try to film another video in the next 3 or 4 weeks and announce the winner there. And comment on your comments and let you know. So that is all the cross stitch that I have this time. Thanks for joining me. If you're interested in a book talk, stay tuned. If not, I will see you around later. So for my book talk this time, I have a picture book. I don't have it with me, of course, but I will insert a picture right here. It is called Mina by Matthew Forsythe. This is a picture book about a little mouse and her dad who live in the forest, and her dad likes to bring home different things. And one day, Mina's dad brings home a suspicious surprise. If you look at the cover of the book, you might be able to figure out what he brought home. So Mina has to decide, should she trust her instincts on this one? This is a really fun picture book. If you read it with your grandkids, your kids, if you read it for read aloud sometime, you will have your kids shouting at the characters to no, don't do that, which can make a really, really fun interactive read. One other thing that I want to mention this time is that if you live next to a public library, a lot of the public libraries are doing their summer reading program this the next couple of months, probably all the way through August. The public library is a great place to go if you're looking for story times. Sometimes they have make and take crafts. They have all sorts of things for adults from learning about finances to notary services to ebooks to magazines. I know that some of the cross-stitch magazines that I've showed, there are digital copies online at the public library. All you need is a public library card. Many of those cards can be applied online, so you don't even have to go in person sometimes. So you can go and get digital resources without leaving your home. So if you're interested in doing something over the summer, I encourage you to check out your local library for a lot of great free resources and activities, because our local libraries do so much for the community and they are not just books anymore. So check them out. That's all I have for now. Thanks for joining me again, and I will see you again soon. Bye.